The kingdom of God is like a sleepy farmer who tosses seed on the ground and then waits until harvest time. A sleepy farmer who, after sowing the seed, takes it easy, puts his feet up, lets things take their natural course. The farmer does not know how the growth happens. You know, parables are strange things. And this one approaches the absurd. In first century Judea, 80 to 90% of the population would have been engaged in agricultural labor. And this was hard work. Working the ground was not a passive endeavor, nor was it productive work. Can you imagine the listeners of Jesus today, those farmers in the crowd with calloused hands and skin like leather? Can you hear them almost scoff? If only working the land were that easy, Jesus. If only. Maybe we can hear the absurdity a little better if we change the characters. The kingdom of God might be like an apathetic activist who makes pamphlets that say, "Moms demand action." She hangs them around town, goes on with life. Soon, however, she is called to Capitol Hill to help rewrite universal background check laws. Absurd. We know that things don't happen like that. If only it were that easy, Jesus. If only. Jesus is painting a picture of how God's grace works in our lives. Somewhere along the way, God plants something. It takes root. It sprouts up. We notice it, but maybe we're not quite sure what to do with it. So we sit. We wait. We wait until the time is right. That sounds a little bit like the discernment process. Maybe it matches your experience. I can point to the moment I noticed the sprout. It was in St. Giles's Cathedral, receiving Holy Communion. I received a morsel of bread in my hands, and as I did, I felt a rush. A sprout of something pierced through the marble flooring of my heart, sending cracks through the cathedral I had built for myself, through the well-laid plans I had for my life. I did not know it at that moment, but a seed had been sown years before, a seed that had taken root, a seed that had at last sprouted, and a seed that would grow slowly into a call to the sacramental life of the church. When was your reality ruptured by a small shoot of grace sprouting in your heart? But after that, then what? Are we just left with the sprout? Do we just wait it out? I think maybe we can learn something from those scoffing farmers. The character of the sleepy farmer is an example of hyperbole, a way Jesus can emphasize the primacy of God's action in our lives. This is important. God always takes the initiative. God always acts first. Grace always comes first. God always gives the growth. But I think it would be a mistake to lift up this sleepy farmer as an exemplar. For we are not called to passivity and sleep. The farmers working the land in first century Judea, they knew that. They knew that working the land was hard work, that it required their very all. No, my friends, we are not called to passivity. We are not called to sleep. We are called to respond to the grace of God already at work in our lives. That's what discernment is. It's waking up, going outside and noticing that sprout, taking a look at it, and wondering, what in the world is this? And where did it come from? Over and over and over again.